Welcome into Star City News Sports. I'm Matt Reynoldson. It may be colder than the last week in Lincoln, but the Nebraska basketball team is heating up. The Huskers facing their fourth straight opponent in 8 days. Could they handle a Wisconsin team desperate for a win? Nebraska looking for its first victory in Madison since 1990. Ethan Happ trying to stop that early on and won on the layup in the first half, stretching to a 7-0 Wisconsin run. Picked things up in the second half, Wisconsin up by 9, and Khalil Iverson with the slam to put the Badgers up 11. But the Huskers would not go away. Defense turns into offense. James Palmer Jr. with the flush in transition cuts the lead to 5, and then a back cut by Isaac Copeland lays it up and in, ties this ball game. Very next possession, James Palmer Jr. once again gives the layup and the Huskers a lead that they would never relinquish. SVP with a little love on SportsCenter after the game.
The best thing I saw today, I want to give you a little bit of context here before we get to it. Nebraska, if you're sleeping on Nebraska ball, this right here is your wake-up call.
Well, some fans are attributing the Nebraska ball win streak to the Frost effect, the result of hiring head football coach Scott Frost. But some adverse effects to winter conditioning had a less positive impact on a pair of Husker football players. Sophomore wide receiver Tyjon Lindsey and junior defensive end Dylan Owen were treated for rhabdomyolysis, a muscle fiber injury that can cause damage to kidneys. Frost confirmed to the Lincoln Journal-Star that Lindsey was in the hospital for 3 days and Owen for 2, and that both are fine now. Lindsey posted this about the injury on his Twitter account last week, saying, quote, "I just ask for everyone's condolences and prayers for my health. I've been going through something I've never experienced ever, and your thoughts, along with prayers, motivate me. Thank you dearly." In other Nebraska football news, wide receiver and placeholder Zach Darlington announced on Twitter he is turning in the cleats for a pair of Army boots. A scholarship senior known for his hard work and positive attitude, Darlington took over placeholding duties following the death of punter Sam Foltz in 2016. Darlington was the gem of Bo Pelini's final recruiting class at Nebraska and made national headlines after being knocked unconscious in a nationally televised high school football game. Recruited as a quarterback, Darlington saw his only career snaps under center in the 2016 Music City Bowl. With the spring game now pushed back to April 21st, football practice likely won't begin until after spring break. But the real boys of spring had their own season in full swing by then. The Nebraska baseball team kicked off practice Friday, 3 weeks ahead of the season opening tournament in Tempe, Arizona. The defending Big Ten champions will have a short season prep, but they're locked in with the target on their backs.
We know what we're capable of, and that we should have gone farther than we did.
We don't really, look back in the past and kind of give ourselves a pat on the back because we won the Big Ten title. Everyone's going to be shooting for us.
Even with much of an experienced team returning, head coach Darren Erstad knows the Huskers can't let off the gas if they want to regain that championship feeling.
You talk about being in that locker room in Penn State and getting to throw water on each other and jump around and go crazy. And that's a pretty good feeling, right? I mean, that's good stuff. You like that. Once you have that feeling, it's infectious.
With baseball season just around the corner, winter meetings are wrapping up for the major leagues, and one American League team is making a branding change. The Cleveland Indians officially ditched their longtime Chief Wahoo logo after intense public pressure in recent years. The cartoonish Native American character first appeared on the uniforms in 1948, but baseball commissioner Rob Manfred pushed the Indians to make a change in recent years due to racial concerns. The Indians will switch to the already branded Block C logo in 2019. A blockbuster trade hit the NBA on Monday as all-star forward Blake Griffin, once considered the face of the LA Clippers franchise, was traded to Detroit. In a roster reset move, the Clippers received 2 draft picks and 2 starters in Tobias Harris and Avery Bradley, while the Pistons picked up Bryce Johnson. In a statement released today on his Twitter account, Griffin said he will be forever grateful to the city of Los Angeles. The former #1 overall pick in 2009 led the Clippers to 6 straight playoff appearances.
Now on to your Star City News play of the day. Joel Embiid airborne over Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's going to feel that in the morning, but he'll have the last laugh as the Thunder win.
Wow, and how about Zach Darlington serving his state of Nebraska as being a Cornhusker and now getting to serve the United States of America, going to the military. Good for him.
Absolutely, and what a cool story for Zach Darlington, coming all the way back from a very scary concussion back in high school and now hanging up the football cleats for some Army boots, serving this country. Just very cool to see, and for a great guy as well.
Absolutely.